Russian forces have started to withdraw from Syria. Military jets took off this morning from their base in Syria to return to Russia. Russian President Vladimir Putin says Moscow has accomplished nearly all of its goals in the conflict. Foreign correspondent Holly Williams has reported extensively from inside Syria, and she's here with us in Studio 57. Holly, good morning. Putin is saying they've accomplished their goals, but what does it really mean?
We don't know. This has taken pretty much everyone by surprise. The Russians always said that this wasn't an open-ended deployment, that they had short-term goals. But I think hardly anyone expected it to end this quickly. The details, though, aren't entirely clear. It's a partial withdrawal. The Russians are saying this morning that they're going to reduce the number of troops to around 1,000. At one point, they were between 4,000 and 6,000.
I guess more importantly, too, bottom line, what does it mean for Assad? Does it weaken Assad?
Well, what is the message that Putin is sending here? Is he saying to the West and other supporters of the Syrian rebels, we've shown what we can do, we've shown that we can prop up the Syrian regime? Or is he saying to Assad, you're kind of on your own now, you're going to have to reach some kind of political settlement with the rebels? It's unclear.
Well, we hope that's what it is, in fact, that'll somehow force Assad to say, I've got to negotiate now.
And that may be a good thing in bringing this dreadful war to an end, but let's remember that it's also multifaceted, that the war between the Syrian regime and the rebels is just one part of this chaotic civil war, and that even if they reach a political settlement, we still have ISIS and we still have al-Nusra, al-Qaeda's affiliate in Syria.
So he did accomplish two goals. One, I mean, he did prop up Assad, and secondly, he did show that Russia's a player.
Mm-hmm. That's absolutely true. In the first half of last year, the Syrian regime was looking very weak. Putin and the Russians have turned the tide in that part of the Syrian civil war.
How strong are the forces we support?
Well, the US supports a myriad of forces within Syria. The rebel forces are looking increasingly weak. They've been the main target of these Russian airstrikes. The US is also supporting Kurdish fighters. And one of the most interesting things in the last few weeks is that we've seen those two groups fighting against each other.
Yeah.
You're reporting.
Yeah, great to have you
It's
here.
so good to see you at the table, Holly. I always get very worried when I see you out in the field, but you always do a great job.
It's good to be here.
Glad to see you very much. Holly, thank you.